my plan is to get some ICM and then go and find some water hitting the rocks as the tide comes in, and then I'm going to climb over the headland area about here for sunset, and then yeah, spend a few hours at sunset, hopefully getting some nice shots of water rolling through the big rocks there. I did get a lovely one a few years ago here, which I'll post at the end of the video. In fact, I sold a 48 by 32 inch canvas last week of it to a lovely client, so yeah, there's lots of potential here. But for now, I'm just going to carry on and have a play with ICM and then move around the bay as the sun drops. So talk to you in a bit. So yeah, as I've said, just playing around with ICM at the moment, so I thought I'd do a demonstration on the other camera so you can see what I'm doing. So it's a very easy exercise. I've got manual focus about where the waves are breaking, just coming in here. So I'm on f9, 13th of a second, ISO 100, and I've got a 4-stop neutral density and a polarizer on, just to give me the shutter speed I want. And then it's a question of literally waiting for the rollers. I like them in sets of 3, hopefully all of them breaking at the same sort of time. And then it's literally mid-rotation, so don't press your shutter and start your rotation. So mid-rotation, press your shutter. And that way you'll get a smooth shot as it goes through. At the moment I've got the islands in the background, so I'm trying to centralise those in the motion of the camera. But it seems to be working. Here we go, we've got a decent roller coming in at the moment. So literally wait for it to break. So literally, as I'm rotating the camera slowly, not too quick, because you get a sort of too much striation across the frame. So a slow rotation, and various shutter speeds between sort of, 15th of a second and a quarter of a second, even half a second, just to get you some interest. But I like the sort of 1/8 of a second upwards, because you can catch the lips of the breaking water as it just drops off the top of the surf, which looks cool. So you get the trough of the wave and the breaking water. And we've got a set of 3 just coming in here. Generally waves come in sets of 7 or 8 apparently, so and there seems to be 3 good ones coming in now, one really big one towards the back, so I'm just going to get ready for that, and it's about timing really. So it's a slow rotation. Yeah, there's 3 lovely ones coming in. Really big one at the back there. Yeah, really happy with that, and there's more sets rolling in. So again, 13th of a second, f9. ISO 100. I'm just waiting for another set of rollers. I'll end up taking 300 pictures today of this scene, and then I'll just find the best ones. Compositionally, excuse me while I fall on the rocks. Compositionally, I'm including not the sand, but I'm including the first portion of the waves rolling in, and all the way through to the islands at the back with the cloud cover just over the top. So again, polarised just to give some definition between the cloud cover and the island below it, although obviously it's not a sharp island in the photo, but still there's some definition between them, which adds to the layers and textures that we're going for. Would be a nice spot to put the drone up, but as I lost it in the river, can't do that. I'll order another one when I get home to Essex and make sure I work damn hard to pay for it. Thankfully my business is photographic, so it's something I really enjoy, and I will definitely give you a tour of the gallery and the studio and the print area. And I use, oh, we've got some nice rollers coming in. So I use Canon Pro 2000 to print all my own photography and customers' photography and normal everyday prints, and a Canon 6000, sorry, Canon Pro 6000 for the very large stuff. Oh, we've got 3 really big rollers coming in here. They're going to look good. This might be the shot for the day. Wow, really big one behind. Yeah, like that. Hi guys. Well, a bit exhausted. I've walked around the bay, climbed up all of these rocks, and I'm now perched on top of this one here, photographing the waves as they come crashing in. But I am going to have to move soon because they're getting quite strong because the tide's coming in. But I'm just looking for that kind of crash, and then a closer crash as it hits the rock in front of me down there, and then we can combine them all. But it's raining, which is curious because the sun's out. I think there's a rain cloud behind me, so I'm having to clean the filter. But it's a cool scene. I mean, it's still midday pretty much, so I'm going to stay here and actually climb over that set of rocks over there for sunset, and then I'll get some nice foreground images and most of the bay, which works really well. The sun actually sets in the opposite direction, just behind over here, but it illuminates this cliff front here, which is lovely. And also illuminates the bay, so it works really well. But yeah, jumped up here. What am I on? Just to give you the lowdown. 25th of a second, f/16, polarizer 2-stop grad, f/64, 30mm on the 14 to 30, Nikon Z lens with the Nikon Z7ii. So yeah, I think there'll be some nice shots there. I just need to get rid of this rain. I just need to clean the filter, get rid of these raindrops, and carry on shooting. And then I might go to higher ground in a little while because I don't want to get caught out by the tide, and then just wait for the tide to recede. But what a beautiful place, Talisker Bay. If you get a chance, come down, try the whiskey, it's very nice. And then spend the afternoon here. Got 3 big rollers coming in over here, so I'm going to see whether I can catch those as they're coming in. Look at that. So that's going to impact that rock now, then it's going to roll past this second rock and cause a splash, not much of one, and then carry on rolling through the scene. So yeah, that's what I'm after. And then a little bit later on I'll go and find a more intimate composition with just 1 or 2 foreground rocks, nothing leaving the scene, just a nice complete composition. This at the moment's a little bit messy because I can't segregate individual rocks, so we've just got the whole foreground. But yeah, I think it'll still be a nice shot. Okay, I'm back up on my rock again. I'm going to call this Caddy's Rock. Not that anybody would care, but now I've changed lenses. I'm at about 60mm on the 24 to 120 Nikon lens, and I'm just literally waiting for impact points on the composition that I have, and then I'll blend those all together, so there'll be 4 or 5 different impact points. And I've actually got closer in with the focal length now, so I'll point out kind of what I'm talking about, in that an impact point here, an impact point here, and an impact point here. So those kicking off water as it just did then. Still very harsh daylight, but occupying time as much as anything and enjoying myself. So I've got a polarizer and a 2-stop grad on about 1/20th of a second at f16. I won't go any higher because of the diffraction. I could bung a 4-stop filter on and drop the shutter speed, drop the f-stop down, but I'm not too worried. But yeah, so that's the composition, as I say, zoomed in a little bit. So this area here, through here, this rock here, and this one over on the right. And, I think with those impact points, it will look quite nice. So that's what I'm playing about with until sunset. Oh, a couple of big rollers coming in. So there's going to be an good impact point here, I think. Nice. And then rolling through the frame. So we'll keep an eye for another set. And hopefully you can see the rollers literally forming, coming in. So we've got beautiful rollers over here. Missed that one. So there's a nice impact there, rolling in, there's a nice impact there, and then it carries on, and there's a big roller coming in the background there, nice impact over on the right, nice impact in the middle, and then nice impact on that 3rd rock. So all of those I've taken a shot on, and we'll blend them together to see how they look. Really thought I'd be getting a suntan in March. It's roasting. So again, camera settings, I'm on f16, 25th of a second, polarised with neutral density filter, ISO 64, having the way of the time. Talk soon. So I've changed position again at Talisker Bay. I'm creeping gradually forward as the tide recedes. This is the scene. And I'm just timing wave captures as they roll over and as they impact the foreground rocks down here. My composition is those 4 large boulders. With the further sea stack and the headland and the big rollers meandering their way through. There's a nice one coming up at the moment, which I'm kind of timing, and that may well get me wet. So yeah, that was a good one. And I'm just timing, I've got manual focus, I'm on ISO 100, I think 15th of a second, with a polarizer and a 2-stop ND, and just timing the waves as they come in. And there's a big one just rolling in here, so let's see whether we can get that. Nice. So here it comes. So it's going to strike this first boulder. Lovely, perfect, that's just what we want. So hopefully that will give us the shot we need. It's starting to rain and it's getting a little bit chilly as well. It doesn't look too great behind us, I've got to say. So hopefully we'll be able to stick it out till sunset, because the horizon's looking pretty good. I'm just keeping an eye on both the waves. Fucking hell, there's a big one coming. I think I better move. Whew, got away with that one just. That was a big wave. But yeah, there's a few more sets coming. And then, yeah, I'm going to try and find a composition for sunset. But hopefully the rain will hold off. There's another big one coming. I'm going to check my composition. Composition's okay, focus is okay, horizon's good, big roller coming in. Cool. That wasn't too spectacular, but yeah, I'm standing on this rock here. Kind of trying to keep out the water, but not have too many rocks in front of me ruining the composition. But yeah, so far it's working quite well. There's a few more big rollers coming in, so I'm going to concentrate on getting these as they come in. I'm trying to catch it before it actually breaks and then on impact, so that I can combine the two. So before it breaks, impact, and then got another big roller coming in here. So before it breaks, wasn't much of an impact on that one, but you get the idea. Then you get the spray from around the rock, revealing the rock underneath, and also the roller as it comes in. So it looks quite dynamic. So yeah, that's the plan. Talk to you in a bit. Whew. Just scrambled over some majorly large rocks, but unfortunately the sun is dropping behind a big bank of cloud. So although it's looking not bad, it's not what I was hoping for. So I'm pointed towards the sun now, on about 1/8 of a second ISO 200. Just recording the waves as they're crashing over and some of the large rollers. There's also a waterfall up there, so I'm going to make sure I do a longer exposure so I can get the waterfall in, and then yeah, blend them together and see how they look. But, well, certainly very, very shattered after today. It's been a long day, but it does look like there's prints here. Don't know whether that's the case, but this coastline is famous for being the Jurassic coastline with lots of dinosaur prints. So it makes me wonder. But I'll have to investigate that. Yeah. Anyway, composition-wise, it's not fantastic because I've scrambled over, but as you can see, pretty much what you can see there. At the foreground here, rocks on the side, the waterfall, and then the sunset over there. And we'll see how it looks. Again, I've got 1/8 of a second f10 ISO 400, manual focused on the rocks in the foreground. See what it looks like at the end of the day. There's a big roller coming in, so I'm just going to catch this one here, just at the peak there. And then when it crashes over there. So hopefully we'll have something nice from today. I'll show you at the end of the video if they're any good. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and if you enjoyed the content, please give me a like and subscribe. That always helps the channel grow. It's in its very early days. Yeah. Much appreciated for your time. Thank you.